Hi guys, so Labour leader Keir Starmer was speaking at the Fabian Society where he delivered a speech on a whole range of issues. In this clip, he made a promise that Labour would never let spending on mental health support drop. He also said that a government with him at the helm would hire thousands of new health professionals in order to deal with the task. He made some very big promises, but perhaps you and I understand there is an elephant in the room here. Let's hear what he had to say.
A Labour government would treat mental health as seriously as physical health. We would guarantee mental health treatment in less than a month. We'll recruit 8,500 more mental health professionals to support 1 million more people a year. Every school will have specialist support. Every community will have an open access mental health hub for young people. And under Labour, spending on mental health will never be allowed to fall. Stress, depression and anxiety account for 18 million workdays lost every year. 18 million. We know that the more secure people feel about their jobs, the less likely they are to suffer from stress and be absent from work. So we would expect employers to take well-being at work seriously. Under Labour's New Deal for working people, people will have the security of knowing that they have the right to paid leave for family emergencies. Security and respect at work is good for workers. It's good for families. And a healthier workforce is good for the economy.
Okay, so there are a lot of positive things in this clip, and there are some issues as well. Now, I want to start off with the positive. So, yes, this is a good speech. He's not going into too much detail, which is actually a positive thing because getting bogged down in detail is a big problem, and he wants to avoid that, and it's a good idea to avoid that. It's a problem for me because I like to have more detail, but I understand he needs to keep it very high level. And it's quite positive. He's talking here about providing benefits to workers, making sure that they're able to take time off to deal with issues like stress, depression and others, and anxiety, I think he mentioned as well. This is very positive and reinforcing the point that, you know, a healthy workforce is good for the economy, but also we also have to look at making sure that people are healthy because we want a healthy society as well, healthy families, healthy individuals, and it starts with mental health. We need to provide additional services, and the idea that we're not going to allow it to be cut. That's a promise he made here. Now, these are the positives. Some of the negatives, he didn't mention trade unions here. And, you know, the trade unions are core to Labour. Now, is he ignoring them, or are they going to be part of this as well? But, of course, the elephant in the room is Brexit. Now, he mentioned he wants people to be able to access mental health services in under a month. That's a big promise. And he also promised to hire 8,500 professionals. Now, how is he going to achieve that? Because, as we've seen, freedom of movement has been ended by the Tories and Brexiteers. Is he going to reintroduce freedom of movement? Is he going to tear up Priti Patel's immigration policies? How is he going to achieve that? Because I think it'd be very difficult under the typical visa system. You need to invite people in. That would require reopening up the country completely, providing incentives, because the alternative is to train people up, but that will take years, and you can't make promises that you'll be able to allow people to have access to mental health services within a month if it takes years to train up these professionals. I think he must be looking at immigration policies, reopening the UK economy to foreign workers, preferably from the EU because it's right on the doorstep, but also further afield. Undoing this aspect of Brexit, I think. Now, of course, he didn't mention Brexit here. We know that Brexit is a problem. The ending of freedom of movement makes it much more difficult for the NHS, makes it more difficult for businesses to hire staff from the European Union. So unless he's going to change that, it's going to be extremely difficult for him to fulfill this promise of 8,500 professionals. I think he's going in the right direction. I think keeping it high level is a good idea, not giving away too much detail. But once again, the elephant in the room here is Brexit, and I don't know how he gets away from that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.